Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring. Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. Hey, I wanted to share a quick video with you today of a trade that I took, a short trade that I took on the Qs on the 5 minutes. And the reason I want to share this with you is because it encompasses two main things that I look at when I'm looking for a trade, either long or short. It encompasses in this case, a double top with a bearish divergence, and then a rejection of a trend line. You know, when I look to enter a trade, I generally look at the big picture first. I look for MACD divergences, RSI divergences. Um, I look big picture before I look for the actual entry. And if we take a look here, and I'm just going to do this in kind of real time here, and I'll show you how the trade evolved. But just to give you an idea of my thinking, again, here are the Qs on the 5 minutes. This was in the middle of the day, and I think it's a good example of how I look at things before I look for a trade. Here you can see this 5-minute charts. Look at this high here and look at the length of the green bars, the strength, how tall the green bars are. Okay, MACD is a momentum indicator. So we're up here, we have green bars, we pull back into the value zone, we have red bars, but then here, over here, far right hand corner, we are just as high as we are over here, but there are no green bars here whatsoever. Okay, this is called a double top with the bearish divergence. And really what this means is that this second move up here did not quite have the momentum of the first move. And so if you're going higher or equal to, and you don't have the confirmation of the momentum behind you, really what it means is you're running out of buyers. And if you run out of buyers, then it's very likely that the stock's going to go down. So during the day when I was trading today, this is what caught my attention first. I wasn't looking for a trade. I just went, double top, bearish divergence. I'm going to look for something possibly to the short side. So I'll just go bar by bar here. Then we went up a little bit. This is what got my attention because now we have a swing low and we have a swing low. So you've heard of trend lines, and I'll show you how I use them because this is really how I use this as a trade. So here is the trend, right? We have a low here, swing low here, we have a swing low here. Remember, we have this double top bearish divergence going on. I'm looking for a break of that trend line, but not to enter. That's the key. I'll show you how I enter. So on the next bar, boom, we break the trend line. A lot of people would get short right here. I don't tend to do that because now we've broken the trend to the downside, but so often as soon as you break the trend to the downside, you'll move right back up. And that's what I'm hoping for. You see, this trend line was support when it was above it. Now that the price is underneath it, if we get back up to that trend line is going to act as resistance. And that's what I'm waiting for. Sometimes it'll just take off and go down and I'll miss the trade, but I'm looking for that counter trend bounce back up to test this trend line. So double top, bearish divergence, trend line, the swing low and the swing low formed, giving me the basis to create a trend line. Then we break the trend line, next bar rallies back up, just how it often does. As soon as you break trend to the downside, you usually get this counter rally. The next bar is where I got short, right when we got to the trend line. That's exactly where I got short. I got short at 441.73. So now, first and foremost, where's my stop? Well, my stop is simply going to be a close above these highs, right? Because if it goes back over those highs, now the trend has changed back to an uptrend. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do there. So simply just to close above here, I get out. Now, what about my profit target? On this one, I just decided to go for a for ATR. You can see 2 ATR is 62 cents. So it would be 124 to the downside would be my profit target. And that was right about here. I guess I was off a little bit, but I drew the line. So good risk to reward ratio, right? If I close back up here, I'm simply out of the trade. If I'm right to the downside, I make a lot more money to the downside, asymmetrical trade, right? Have the potential to make more than I'm losing. So again, double top bearish divergence got me interested in the trade. I saw the 2 swing lows. I drew the trend line. We broke the trend line. I didn't get short. I'm waiting to go back up to see if the trend line above us now is resistance. And that was it. So that's all I'm going to do. Close above here. I'm out for a loss. If I make it all the way down 4 ATRs, I have a really nice trade. So bar by bar starts to go down. Things are looking pretty good. But then we have a rally back up. And I thought, well, you can see during the bar, we tested this high again, but I'm waiting for the close, right? So it keeps me in the trade, and that was pretty much all there was. And you can see 5, 10, 15 minutes later, I reach my target. So really nice trade. Got short at 441.73, exited 440.47, so about $1.30 on the Qs. But it's a great example of a double top bearish divergence that caught my attention, created the trend line, broke the trend line. And again, I don't get short just because it breaks the trend line. I want it to come back up, as it often does. Got right to the trend line, and then my stop is very close, right? I got short 441.73, 441.94 is my stop. So, you know, what's that? 21 cents away. And, you know, it got a little scary right here, but it did not close above, and it failed hard, and it came down. Now, I didn't get all of that trade. There was still some meat on the bone. It certainly went lower, but was a nice, easy trade. Just one little moment here that got a little bit scary. But anyway, enjoyed this. I hope that was helpful for you. If you'd like to learn more about my trading, I have a great podcast on the weekends, my weekend review podcast on YouTube. And I go over all the trades that I've made during the week. I talk about when I bought, when I entered the trade, why I entered the trade, what strategy I was using, what I was thinking about when I entered the trade, and then most importantly, how I manage the trade going forward. So if you'd like to check that out, learn more about my trading strategies, Saturdays on YouTube. So thanks a lot. I hope this was helpful. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives . This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.